go ahead and continue. Going back on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Yep, we're giving you some emotional whiplash, folks.
Emotional whiplash up the ass. Like
to be fair though, the idea of Berserk is that you have to keep going no matter how bad it gets.
Actually, yes, that's actually true.
So that is very
struggle to live, because the meaning of life is in the struggle itself. So there we go.
Yeah,
that's kind of fascistic if you think about it.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: people find the meaning of life through whole different means. But right now, that's a whole different topic for another time. I actually want to talk about something awesome, something really cool, something really badass that Juan Arauz has done recently. And you know what? I'm not going to talk about it. It wouldn't sound awesome if I said it. So I'm going to let Juan tell the story.
Come back in frame. Don't be afraid.
So
yeah, why are you out of frame, bro?
Tell us the story of the degeneracy.
Okay. All right. It's no secret, and you can tell from the thumbnail, folks, and you can tell from the title of tonight's show. Yes, I finally got my one-on-one with known YouTube sexual predator Greg Jackson, best known as Onision. As I've stated before, he likes to shout to everybody, "No, my legal name is James Jackson. Call me that." Motherfucker, your original legal name was Gregory James Daniel, and then you decided you hate your dad. So you took your mom's maiden name, Gregory James Jackson, and then you decided that you're going to become a goddamn YouTube pedophile. So you decided to shave that down to James Jackson, so that when you finally enrolled your own fucking children into school, people wouldn't look you up and realize what kind of degenerate piece of shit you are.
Juan, so how did this opportunity came to be?
Okay, it's so fucking stupid. Now, as you may or may not know, folks, coming up very soon, actually in 5 days, the Discovery Channel's Plus app, the Discovery Plus app, is going to be premiering an additional 4th episode, which was previously unscheduled, of a documentary series that they released at the beginning of the year called Onision in Real Life. The reason they originally
They really used that title?
Yes,
That is so unimaginative. They really could come up with something.
No, as in Onision. Oh, he's this weird guy on YouTube. He's so wacky and zany. But in real life, he's a goddamn disgusting degenerate who has mentally and sexually abused women. He abuses the YouTube algorithm. He has monetized his scum and degeneracy.
Not anymore, according to Twitch.
Oh, yeah, no. Not anymore, thank God.
We'll timeline it as soon as we get to it, but continue.
But they had originally slated 3 episodes. After the 3rd episode, which involved the discussion of his actual grooming and eventual sexual abuse of an underage teenage girl, that the moment she turned 18, he had sex with her and then threw her out of his house.
Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah, no, just fucking great.
Like, the guy took this is the Cliff Notes version, folks. The guy basically took her in. She was a fan of his. He took her in. He got her. Him and his spouse somehow got legal guardianship over this girl for nearly 2 years, and the whole time was mentally manipulating the girl, sexually manipulating the girl without a single touch. And then the second she turned 18, he went and fucked her and threw her out the door. And what's funny is that he claims up and down, his big defense on that is, "Oh no, she sexually abused me. I'm the real victim. She blackmailed me into having sex with her.
Now,
it was so horrible."
Let's get one thing straight here. Men can be raped. Men have been raped.
That's true.
They are unfortunately just as much victims as women, and society likes to turn a blind eye to die far more often than is possible. But you cannot look at us and tell me that a grown-ass adult with his grown-ass wife took in a teenager, raised her for how long?
Roughly 2 years.
Roughly 2 years, and then you are telling me that she raped him. Because unless she pulls some Lolita shit, which I find myself very skeptical of,
Nope.
This sounds like some bowl with a side of shit on the side.
Indeed it was.
All right,
I mean, that's just me, but it sounds like lies.
It is lies.
It is lies, and it's bullshit. It is him trying to cover up the fact that he is accountable for his own
Bro,
actions.
you took advice of a borderline minor.
So
even she was 18. Come on, man.
Yeah, that is fucking bullshit. So what was the purpose of Onision putting out that live video?
Good question. Why would he open himself up?
I'm spinning a yarn. Let me spin the yarn. I'm getting to this.
Give him the knitting needles.
Do you remember how I gave you the story about the executive and the plumber? There's a lead up to it and there's a point to it. I'm getting to it. I'm telling the story. Have patience. Yes, go ahead. Here.
May I?
You know what? Here, pour yourselves a drink.
I already have mine. Please leave it there.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Thank you.
realize. No, it's clear. It's like clear lemon lime soda. I couldn't tell if there was anything on there.
No,
All right,
dude, come on, man. Go ahead and
All right, so
continue your
here's-
story. I won't interrupt.
So that story was being told without the girl in question on the 3rd episode of this documentary. However, Discovery Communications and the producers of the documentary reached out to her and they scheduled an actual proper interview one-on-one with her, and that interview is going to be coming out in 5 days. Recently, Greg has been putting up daily live streams on his Onision Speaks channel, trying to discuss everything and anything under the sun in order to try to get ahead of the story, in order to try to get ahead of his mania and get ahead of what's going to be told about this guy. And he's basically like, no, that's not what really happened. She raped me. I was such a victim. I'm so horribly victimized by a tiny little like 17, 18-year-old girl. Motherfuck. Either this guy is, I understand that he's like super thin and stuff, and he's like scrawny, like over the years, but he's also been getting like pudgy at the same time. He's out of shape as bad as I am.
Time makes
So you mean to tell me that he somehow got sexually overpowered or sexually abused and blackmailed by a tiny little waif of a girl?
Unless she drugged him, but he certainly never said anything about that.
Nope.
I
No, he
mean,
didn't.
if it was so important, he would have put that like right off the bat.
For a guy who likes to keep little cameras in and around his house and keep surveillance cameras across the street from himself, like a
freaking freak.
like a psychopath, one would imagine that maybe he would have had some fucking footage of that so he could present that. Like, okay, you don't believe me? Here's the receipts. Here's
Yeah.
what really happened. I was saying no, stop.
But he never
no.
backed him up. He never showed anything.
He's just saying, no, she's a liar. No, she's raped me. No, she's destroying me. Everyone is at fault. I'm the only the victim here. I'm the most innocent, honest man in all of YouTube.
Is he gonna tell us that then she did some Mission Impossible shit to disable the cameras before explicitly slipping the drugs into his drink?
So
For real though, this is some
the
disgusting shit.
The beauty of this is that Onision is so starved for attention and starved for engagement that on his Onision Speaks channel, which by the way, at last I counted, had about 1.58 million subscribers,
That's a lot of subscribers.
he has hosted daily live streams, daily fucking live streams,
Right.
and invites his viewers and his fans in. On the day that I jumped in on this live stream, which he uses StreamYard for, and put the StreamYard join link in the comments instead of trying to private message people.
Is that how you found it?
Yes,
It was just there on the
it was
streets.
just there like a fucking dork.
And how many people were on that stream again?
Well, it was less than 130 people watching live.
You know, I'm a little confused though, because I mean, I'm not one to criticize, seeing as our audience is very small, but normally, if you have millions of subscribers, doesn't it stand to reason that more people would watch your streams?
You're absolutely right.
Am I taking
He's
crazy
got
pills?
less than 1/10 of 1% of his viewership.
That is sad.
I want to get in on the comments real quick.
Shoot at 'em.
Let's see here. Nora was giving sad face. Anime has always had life lessons. This is regarding the author of Berserk. Enrage and activates my God Faster Lorde mode. Grips my sword. It's onion rings time. Brandon Ogden. Don't forget, he's got OnlyFans. Vomit face emoji.
By the way, yes, this creature has an OnlyFans.
This disgusting dude has
That
an
is
OnlyFans.
fucking disgusting.
This entity I refuse to
on.
call human.
Okay, Nora saying the Ravens flock. Fuck them up. Yeah, very nice. We agree.
Trust me, we
And
will.
we
I
also
will
have
get.
Steph the Alternate. Hey up, everyone. Hey, Steph.
Hello,
Thank
Steph.
you for joining us
Hi,
tonight.
thank you for
Appreciate
joining.
it.
What's going on? What's going on is I'm bragging on me going in on the YouTube stream of known sexual predator Greg Onision Jackson earlier this week. And this idiot does not know how to screen calls to save his life. He does not know how to see people who are clearly out to try to speak with him and actually out to try to speak the truth against him. I went in on him live for about how long was that? I started at 39
It was
minutes.
exactly 4 minutes and 38 seconds of him repeating the same question for 4 minutes and 25 seconds.
See,
The other 20 seconds were him asking to talk, even though he spent the last 2 hours doing nothing but.
So while you were on his stream for 4.5 minutes,
I basically went in on there and said, like, I wasn't going to originally waste my time on this, but you know what? I have because I have a job and I have a life that I have to lead. But since
You know
you're
what?
giving the opening to anyone, I'm going ahead and I'm basically putting this out there. You're a goddamn liar, Onision. You are scum. You have sexually and mentally manipulated women. You have sexually and mentally manipulated children. You try to game the YouTube algorithm. You have monetized your degeneracy and your disgusting habits of trying to hook up with underage teenage girls because you have no self-fucking control. And
Or Steam.
hold on, what's up? Oh, Steph.
No, dude, you're on a roll. Read the comments later.
All right, I'll read the comments in a moment over here. And I want basically, since he gave the floor to anyone who wanted to try to talk with him, I went ahead and jumped in on the floor. Now, Onision has a very, very, shall we say, monotonous tactic that when he realizes that someone's there to basically throw egg on his face,
Handing over the L's.
exactly, hand over every single every single one of them. And what he would wind up doing in his defense would be to demand evidence and speak over the person, not at letting them actually get a word in edgewise. I responded in kind. I did not stop speaking. I went over and spoke with him over and over, and I went in and answered his questions while he was asking them. He was saying like, "Oh, what evidence are you talking about with this evidence of?"
I kept asking when did I do
Like, are you kidding me? You put out a whole fucking website.
Remember that
on your-
picture of Will Smith going? It was kind of like that.
It's
Either
basically-
he's stupid, either he's very
Like, he put
stupid,
up-
or he's
like he put up on his website, which is
Or
riddled with,
slow.
which by the way, his website collects your IP address. It's riddled with spamware. I highly
What the hell is
recommend.
that made from? China?
No, it's made from his basement because the motherfucker doesn't know how to code right.
Oh, right.
Or better yet, it's very likely that he does know how to code right, and he tries to spam in on other people's software.
No
so
surprises.
the more
His
you don't go to Onision's websites ever. They are loaded with spamware. They are loaded with ransomware. They are loaded with viruses. They will track your IP because he's a freak like that.
So that's where LimeWire went off to after all these
So
years.
Juan, as you
I'll
continue, yeah, the more you kept bringing all the acts that he's done to life, the more he kept repeating himself.
Yeah, he's
saying,
like, "Where's my evidence? Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Where's the proof?"
But you just kept going without stopping.
I did not stop. I basically said, like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Do you really want me to go ahead and bring up Sarah, which is the name of the girl? Like, you really want me to bring her up because I know that's a raw spot for you. You admitted that you had these sexual relations. You admitted that you guys had like this relationship." Where you took her in as a guardianship for 2 years, and then what you expect us to believe that you just magically had sex with her at 18?
You don't
Or no, he
understand.
likes to
I
say, like,
tricked her. My
17.
penis just fell inside of her.
No, motherfucker, you worked on this girl. You fucking manipulated her. You got her in a vulnerable position, and you presented yourself as someone that they could trust, and you manipulated that trust, and you distorted it into a disgusting, perverse sexual action because you're a piece of shit.
The worst part is that.
But something I did notice, if you don't mind, I do want to interject because, like, near the end of the interaction, before he cut you off, he tried to take
fucking tried to dunk on him.
Let me explain.
Yeah.
Because I watched it too.
Yes.
He tried to take a small, cheap shot at our channel, looking us up, saying, like, wait, you guys are well-funded? And then he looks up on our channel, oh, wow, you only have 230-something subscribers? So how can you, like, how can you guys have this many subscribers and you guys have a lot of money? Like,
Okay,
criticizing us.
here's what's up. Here's what's up, guys. Earlier in like the last month or so, I had an episode of the Black Files where I had made an open invitation all over social media to Greg Onision Jackson, and I invited him. I got your permission. I spoke with you on this. This was a team decision. I said to
I
him,
may or may have not been drinking when I agreed.
"Okay, I'm going
Shut
to
up. You're in this. You're in this just as much as I am.
Oh, I know. I never said I was skew responsibility. I'm just saying I was drunk.
It's fine. It's not the end of the universe. Okay, we basically did this. We basically said, okay, we're going to put out to him that we are going to offer him a chance with an interview that is worth $64,000, and it would also include a public apology. The entire goal of this was to try to have him get on, try to actually get him to say what he was meaning to say, and we were going to speak with him and tear down each point bit by bit because the guy is a known fucking liar. Of course, since the guy doesn't know how to fucking pay attention to his own Twitter email inbox, He ignored the invitation. We had to give him a very respectful decline that we will no longer be extending that invitation, and that the offer for this interview that is worth $64,000 will not be extended again. And we'd like to wish him, and for those of you who are pro wrestling fans, you'll love this. We would like to wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors.
Classic.
Very
classic.
fancy.
I don't think many people will get the reference, but that was good.
It's basically a fuck you from WWE management. The point on this is that the guy was going on and saying, like, wait a minute, how you guys only have 230 subscribers and you were going to pay me $64,000?
Wow, he read that message wrong.
Excuse me. No, that's part of the wordplay here, man. I said that our interview was going to be worth $64,000. I never said we were paying you $64,000. Quite the contrary. The entire intention that I had all along was to let you know that since this interview is worth $64,000, we would now like to invite you, Greg Onision Jackson, to go ahead and let us know where you are going to donate $64,000 to in a charity of your choice. Also, since this is including a public apology, we would give the floor to you now to extend that apology to the women and children that you have mentally and sexually abused.
You know that's not going to happen. He's never going to do that.
No, he never did.
Well,
no, he never did, and he never would, because the guy is a self-absorbed, psychotic fucking freak who only wants to fuck underage girls.
Gotta put the nice bear trap right there.
And then he cut you off right there. And then I saw what happened
He
afterwards.
cut me out of the feed on
and
there.
then he was laughing.
Like a fucking idiot over here.
No surprises to them. Ultimately, though, I do not care of the number, because those 200-something subscribers mean more to me than 1.8 million robots will ever mean to the likes of someone like him. It is that simple.
But before I give out my statement, Juan, what are the comments?
Real quick on the chat. Steph over here. Brandon Ogden saying, what a story, Mark.
So how's your sex life? Oh shit, the cops.
So anyway, how's your sex life?
Oh shit,
Steph
the cops.
Adding, Onision, in my opinion, is a criminal and needs to be locked up for life. Honey, he better hope to God the cops get to him before the rest of the internet mob does. Nora, Steph, exactly. Brandon, true, Steph. Nora cries the tears of joy. Juan went final Raven Mugetsu. Juan, I'm so proud of you.
And now Juan is going to lose all his power.
Matt T, who appears to be a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing to the Ravens Flock.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget to hit the follow button, the notification bell, because live stream announcements apparently on YouTube.
And tell your friends about us.
Yes, please.
Yes,
go on.
Yes, YouTube is being awfully asinine about alerts, so keep an eye on those, please.
Matt T is saying Onision seems like he's being honest now and changed his ways. It doesn't seem like there's an FBI investigation. You'd be surprised how much an actual investigation is. The only reason why they're not publicizing it is because the guy's a neurotic freak. You really want to tell a neurotic freak that you're investigating the neurotic freak?
It also might be because they don't have anything solid to nail him. But the fact that the documentary is going from 3 parts to 4 parts.
When they originally had only scheduled it for 3.
Actually, tell you what, Matty, if you get a chance to, please check out one of Onision's books. Any of the books. He made like 3. Just
he made 3 and they're all basically worth less than
browse through a few pages on the internet and I guarantee you, that is not a person that gets taken advantage of.
Yep,
Trust me. Trust us on this.
Yours truly, Billy. Reminds me of the Predator Poachers. Also, this Onision name is familiar. I don't know why. That's because he basically rose to fame more than 10 years ago on the show Tosh.0 with his music video of him dancing in a banana suit.
All right, what else?
And he's been writing on that coattail for nearly 2 decades since.
Edward Stargate.
Steph, what do you think to Chris Hansen's handling of the Onision situation? He could have done better. He could have done a lot better on this. He basically gave away a lot of details, and he wound up trusting a lot of folks who were only feeding him BS for drama, and Chris Hansen fell into the YouTube drama sphere with that. It's like, I feel bad that he went into full boomer mode, but...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mr. Hansen simply could not adapt to the changing times and the dangers of the new technologies.
But what's funny is that Chris Hansen did have a role in helping to produce the Onision documentaries, which after the 3rd episode was when Onision was permanently banned from monetizing all his channels.
Yeah.
So
now, we've got
so big ups to results, I guess.
We've got more comments generating. Juan, you can read them in a minute, but I do want to get this statement out of the way because shortly right after Juan showed me the video, I did take to Twitter. Here's the thing. I'm already blocked by Onision's personal Twitter because he doesn't like me. So I'm joining his list. But I tweeted his other Twitter page that he manages, basically saying like, hey, listen, I'm glad that my brother came on to your freaking show, to your stream, and called you out on your bullshit because we all know, we all can smell your bullshit, dude. We're not stupid and we're not afraid. All right, and yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. Yes, we may be looked down on. Yes, we may have 230 subscribers, but the one
5 actually
235. But the one thing that we will always have under our belts is integrity
And working dicks.
What?
And working dicks.
Yes, working dicks and integrity.
Oh, God.
And that speaks more volumes than how many bots or cultists you have subscribing to your channel. And yes, I did call him out on Twitter, basically saying, hey, P.S., I'm the man in charge of the channel. This bird is mine. So, if he wants to butt heads with the Ravens flock, my inbox is open.
Oh man, I would recommend that. Your cranium is way harder than his is.
The tea is very
You're
good
gonna cave that fucker in if you try too hard.
I was gonna say that. Would that be accidental murder?
No, because when somebody runs in front of a running car, the insurance is not gonna cover for morality clauses.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The tea is especially
It's
good for
called
you guys.
the law of morbidity. Look it up.
Real quick on the chat.
Look, man, Onision doesn't play by the book. Why should I?
Exactly.
On the chat, Matt T, I'm a new subscriber. Onision will never let you get a word in edgewise. Good what? Look, you're right. He wasn't trying to let me get a word in edgewise, which is why I ignored him when he was trying to cut me off, and I spoke over his sorry ass.
No, seriously. Can you imagine a conversation with a chicken?
Hang on.
All it does is clock.
We gotta get more comments out. Wancho?
Let me get these comments in and out of the way. Let's see here. Brandon Ogden, do not read his books. It's strictly forbidden. Ha.
Okay.
Steph, the ultra nerd. Angel being classy. Always. He's the living id of the Ravens flock. There's nothing. If nothing, this guy's fucking classy.
He is. But
Let's see here. Nora, his books are garbage. Matt T, no, I was just trolling. He's crazy and his books are insane. Matt T, oh my god, LMAO. You're right. His books are basically trash. I would suggest fucking pirating those fucking things.
Hang
There
on a
are
minute.
mirror sites. I don't know where they are.
Oh, I never say buy
and,
them.
And of course, if you're inclined to do such a thing, that is up to you. We totally do not actually advocate piracy of the digital
We
variety.
here at the Ravens Flock advocate the support of the official release. However, if you were to find yourself in a position where the product that you desire is unavailable due to lack of resources, limited print, economic needs, or being the likes of literary waste that would not serve good enough as toilet paper, then we just have to say the following. Please consider this an official statement.
Yep.
Supply and demand.
You okay?
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We have some more comments, I think.
More chat real quick.
Oh God, why
let's
getting
see
so much chat now?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know,
used to
go
this
fuck-
level of activity.
Guys, real quick,
Thank
letting you
you.
know the
Thank you, all
Onision
of you.
talk is going to be over soon. So,
Yes.
and like, we do encourage you, please check out what we got in the thumbnail for tonight, and what we're headlining over here as well. We do have other shit we want to talk about.
There's a lot we got to talk about.
All right.
We
let's
appreciate
see
the
here.
interaction, though.
Angel,
Please
please.
keep it up.
Let's see here. Billy, guys, since some of you never got the chance to see the Verge PC build, is it possible to give it a watch and criticize it either this stream or sometime later? We'll do that in the future.
We should
We'll
try
do
that
in the future,
sometime.
but go on ahead.
Nora, Matt T, I was about to say, Anonymous Gene, hello, welcome to the chat, Anonymous.
Hello, Gene.
I agree, Juan. Juan, how come when Greg talks about being raped by Sarah, why does he never mention that his wife and son were in the room? That's a very good question, Gene. By the way,
Well, you see, the NPCs cannot interact with the main character when the quest is in
Oh my god. Come on,
No,
do you
seriously,
really
though.
expect Greg to
Onision,
divulge that
okay.
information?
That is a fucking Phoenix Wright. Wait a second. Moment.
yeah. Let's see. Matt T. Onision's re-uploading tons of his old videos. He can't stand 5 seconds of the world not paying attention.
Oh,
Every move,
Jesus
he's
Christ.
obsessed with YouTube. He'll never give it up. Nora, his books are nothing but joint paper wraps. Not even that. I don't want to put that shit near my mouth. Fuck that. I would rather dip it in bleach and feed it to his sorry ass like in mid.
I would just bury it.
I will
Just
use
bury
it as a
6 feet
volcano
under.
for a science project, but I fear it might actually kill
Yeah,
someone.
yeah, no, you're right.
I'm not
Let's
above
see.
burning it. I'd rather burn it.
Wait, no,
Matty,
no.
haha.
Fertilize it
Rosa,
for the land.
you're being unfair to joint wraps. Anonymous Gene, thanks for the welcome, by the way. Yeah, we welcome everyone who comes into the
Thank
chat.
you,
as
Mr.
best as
Gene.
possible.
Yeah.
For the record, though, don't burn the books. That's bad for the ozone layer.
Yeah.
Bury them and let them degrade into the earth so they can actually do something good.
Well,
Speak for
I would
yourself.
say throw them
Feed
in the
the
shredder
plants.
and then bury them.
Feed the plants, bro.
Exactly, yes. Feed them, return them to
All
the
right.
earth.
Well, I was going to say, speak for yourselves. Personally, I'm all for burning anything that's related to Onision.
That's true, especially Onision himself. But that's not the point. The point here is that I love how he finally realized that I wasn't going to stop talking as long as he gave me a platform. So I went ahead and he went ahead and fucking took me off the stream. That goes to show you and how him and his fan base of degenerates were laughing alongside. They were saying like, "Oh, look at his double chin. Oh, look at his low subscriber."
It's just cheap shots.
Like, okay, Juan was one of the worst things.
Whoa, Juancho, Jesus, man! It's like you're taking over the show.
No, sorry, too late. This is the Juan episode now. I'm going home.
Finish on this shit. I'm going to be finished soon. I promise. I get it. It's your show. You're in charge. You're in charge. You're in charge. You're in charge. I get it. I get it. I get it. But let me finish this.
Local man enters Kaioken.
Got to castrate this motherfucker live on air in front of his own dwindling fan base and get away with it. So I'm taking over for a few minutes if you'll let me. Pretty pleased with sugar on top. Actually, with soda on top.
We have entered political filibuster times.
Get to it.
This motherfucker's running for president next year.
No, I ain't running for president. I'm not old enough.
El presidente.
The point of this whole thing is that this guy had such an interesting little future ahead of him when he was younger. He was interested in web design. He was building websites left and right like a fucking fiend. He was interested in working in the military because he didn't really see much of a direction for himself, and he could have, if he had enough mental fortitude, been an officer by now in the Air Force. That was actually something that I did. The only reason why I didn't jump in is because, I shit you not, my mother was afraid that I was going to get blown up out of the fucking sky by some asshole with an RPG. So, no, all right, fine, whatever. I guess I'm not going to...
Now you're just getting blown by something completely different.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
I was going to say my sexy life.
No good news for you. Fuck off.
No, I get good news over here because as hard of knocks as I get, we may not have the biggest subscriber base, but they're loyal and we care about you guys and we appreciate every single one of you.
Thank you.
Because you motherfuckers interact. You guys actually interact with us. We appreciate that even though it's been taking us 9 years to get even this far, we stuck by our guns. We stuck by our integrity.
We stuck by our commitment to this channel, to what we love doing. Yes, it was a late start, and yes, we don't have a bajillion subscribers, but we stayed consistent. We stayed true to what we love doing. And we appreciate every single one of you out there interacting with us. Every single one of you that subscribes.
But at the end of the day,
appreciated.
All this really is like Jose mentioned to Greg on his tweet. Nobody's afraid of you, Greg. None of us. Everyone can see what kind of a disgusting little scumbag weasel you really are and how the walls are closing in on you. The fact that you let me on, not knowing point blank when I would have been trying to speak with you for nearly 2 years, calling you out on your bullshit, that just shows how fucking insulated you are in your world. And I am glad that you let me on. And I remember when we showed you the video, Angel, you basically said, Juan, you're basically beating up a dead dog at this point.
No, don't say that.
No.
Dogs are loyal. Dogs are better than to be compared to the likes of it.
What was it you said exactly?
The worst thing you can do is give a person like him more attention, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you he didn't deserve to be called out on his bullshit.
No, you're right about that. You're absolutely right, Angel. And on any other day, I'd be happy to go ahead and drop it. But I have committed to seeing this through. Whether or not I go back into this in the future and taking Onision on in YouTube, having us take him on as a team, as a Ravens flock, or just basically continuing to point out his bullshit on Twitter as I've been doing for 2 years. I'm committed to seeing the end of this guy, getting him removed from each one of these platforms, getting him to be thrown down to our fucking level. Mr. 1.58 million subscribers who can't get 130 people live.
I mean, you think with that number, I seen what VTubers can do with way less people, so you know.
Yeah. Exactly. So
holy shit.
My story behind is that I'm committed to seeing the end of Onision as a whole, as an entity. We'll look back on him, I guarantee you, in no less than 3 years' time, as an oddity that is finally out of the internet for good. Whether or not he's still alive, I don't care. I would like to see him knocked down to where he cannot find any sort of revenue on the internet anymore. If he manages to somehow get a straight job and have to suffer and struggle like the rest of us working schmoes, I'll be fine with that. I'll be elated if he could finally get what's coming to him and actually have the FBI come down on him the way he deserves. That would be my dream come true. And folks, if he decides to punch his own meal ticket, which is something that he's threatened to do in the past.
I'm counting on it.
over and over and
Oh yeah,
over
no,
and
yeah,
over.
he fucking did that.
Isn't this
because
like the
in order
fifth
to
or
get out
seventh
of
time he said
alimony from his first wife? Then he
Jesus.
divorced to get to hook up with another girl who was underage.
Yep.
Wow.
He threatened to off himself in order to get out of alimony. But you know what?
We're reaching
I
the
would-
point where he'll do it again, and the entire world will just say, "Good, go ahead. We're waiting."
Yeah, no, I would simply say, you know what? Someone taking their own life is very sad. But just let me know where to visit his grave.
Yeah.
Be sure to have a couple of drinks in beforehand, though.
We gotta pay proper respects.
Yeah. That being sorry. If he passes, I'm not going to feel anything like, oh well.
We do
he's
not condone suicide.
Nor do we encourage him to do it. But if
we
it
believe
happens,
that you are responsible for your actions and the consequences thereof.
Yes.
We at the Ravens Flock are big fans of personal responsibility and accountability. I don't follow it, but these two tell me they're fans, so I kind of follow the lead too. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
I
He's
preach.
talking a bunch of shit, but
no,
yeah.
he ain't.
Love you too, darling.
Dude, mommy, daddy, please. I hate it when you fight.
Listen, son.
No, daddy, no.
Sometimes you need to understand that a man has needs. And that means I need to play a 24-hour MMO so I can grind one goddamn weapon to proper upgrading. That's the only way we're gonna do things.
The last time, Dad, Farscape is gone.
All right, children.
I never stop believing.
Getting back on it. Yes. Let's put Onision behind us for now, for the time being.
Let's
Yes.
go ahead and get into the chat before we go into the next topic over here.
Please do.
All right, very quickly on the chat, folks. Let's see here. Anonymous Gene. Actually, no. Before that, let's see.
Dave, there was a lot. Holy shit.
Okay.
Let's read out the longer
Matt,
ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna be skipping a couple of the short ones, guys, because
Sorry.
we're
Oh,
on the
yeah.
one time.
Oh no, we're reaching the point where we have to skip
Matt,
people.
oh no, it's Gene.
We're about to get famous
Gene,
now.
I've heard people talk trash about you. Nora, Onision equals night creatures. Yep. Gene, I loved what you did to him, Juan. You guys see what happened to him on Kermit and Friends the other day? Some chick handed him his ass. No, we didn't watch it. I was over here actually getting
We
paid.
will check that out later.
Let's see. Nora, Juan, you are way more handsome than Greg. At least you have a beautiful wife. Yes, I do, and yes, I am. Thank you for that, Nora. Let's see. Matt, Nora, I wish I were half as handsome as Greg. Wow, no, don't. Jesus.
No!
You deserve
Gene,
better than
Why
that.
would you want to be that ugly?
Okay,
You
let's see.
deserve
Billy,
better than that.
thank
Come
the
on
Lola
now.
Bunny debate for bringing me to this channel. Probably the best thing that came out of it. Speaking of which, I'm not excited for the new Legacy movie, especially after it added the rapist from A Clockwork Orange in a cameo after removing Pepe.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, by the way, they did that. They removed Pepe over the stupid accusations of him being a sexual predator,
Whoa!
disregarding everything about him. But the very first trailer of Slam Jam 2, the Slamajamini, has the crew of A Clockwork Orange in the background.
The Drugals, oh god.
Also, I'm gonna
Okay.
say it right now, the new bad guys, nowhere near as impressive as the Monstars.
No, not
The
bad.
Monsters were goofy and stupid, but they had that big size to them, you know?
Gene, that will Billy, Warner Brothers will be shooting themselves in the leg without being aware. LOL.
No
Gene,
surprises.
That will come. It won't be the FBI, Juan. It will be the U.S. Marshals for fucking Shiloh in Pennsylvania. Yeah, no, I'll give you that another
Hey,
time.
I am more than happy to back the boys in blue when they do the right thing.
Matt T, you guys seem like pretty good guys. We try. Well,
Wait,
actually,
wait,
you know what?
wait.
We're not really good guys.
We're just guys.
We're like, you want to know what we are?
We are honest
We're
guys.
assholes.
I think the best person to say it would be me, the
Please.
first asshole.
Fine,
Please.
yeah, fine. You're the
The
leading
primal asshole.
There you go. Since I bogarted so much here, I'm going to
All
slide
right, you don't
back.
have to make a statement.
No.
The
No,
primal
no, you're the one
asshole will
making the
now
statement.
speak.
No, you're the one making the statement. You're the one who tells everyone that we're the assholes in front of the camera, but we're the assholes with principles.
Yeah, but you just said it, which devaluates.
No, you say it in your own words. I'm sliding back and here.
Get in, bro. This is your turn.
I promise.
You own this moment.
See?
All right. Yes, it started with one asshole, but now we are an entire group of assholes. But are we liars? No, we're not. We are not liars. We are always honest. We always, like as Angel mentioned, we believe in responsibility and holding people accountable for their actions. And part of being responsible means that we must be honest. We are honest to our core. We're just not very nice about being honest.
We're honest to a fault.
Whether
Like the
we're-
Mariana Trench fault.
Whether we're good guys or whether we're assholes or whether we're jerks, that's really not up for us to decide. We don't decide who we are. We let the people decide. History will decide who's right. End of story.
Oh, man.
I believe one of our heroes had said it best. You're absolutely right. I'm not a good guy. I don't wear a white hat, but I am in touch with what these people want.
Yes.
That's
That's
us.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
I appreciate
What
it.
I said was good, right?
History is gonna put us on like the section like right next to the fucking Third Reich or some shit.
No, they're not.